Please adhere to YouTube selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alright, so today I'm going to be drinking sake from Okinawa in a public park at 2 p.m. on a rainy day. Why? Well, because I want to try sake from Okinawa for the first time to find out just what it's like, how it is, and, well, what I think of it. That combined with the fact that I just in general want an alcohol buzz today, and that combined with the fact that I want to drink some alcohol outside in a public park makes me quite excited for this video today. I'm currently walking to the public park I want to go to though. There is a little shelter there, and while it's not raining right now, it was pretty much raining all day up until about 30 minutes ago. So it is a little bit wet out here, I will acknowledge. And so as such, I'm not really big on sitting on the ground. So hopefully the shelter has a bench or two that have remained dry, even though it's been raining a little bit more so than not. Pretty excited for this experience though. Very curious to find out just how Okinawan sake is going to be for the first time. I am just hoping though that nobody has taken this shelter, because if they've taken the shelter, I don't know where I'm going to sit to make this video. I'll probably end up standing because, well, I don't have a chair with me, I'll acknowledge. Alrighty then, we're just going to go and cross this bridge, all the water coming out of that, just kind of coming out like 1-2, 1-2, interestingly enough. Avoid the puddles on the ground. And we are going to go up these stairs right here. Oh, my legs are already dying, and we haven't even gone up all the stairs yet. Oh my goodness. Oh. All right, and then I think I keep going up this stairway. Yes, I do. Oh, there's a little road over there. This forest path, pretty solid. I was hoping there would be like a nice breeze up here. However, that is not what I'm experiencing right now. I'm experiencing still air right now, which is not great. One more flight, I think. Or I guess this is more like 4 more flights, but one more set of stairs. All right, is anybody there? Success. However, seems some of these might be slightly wet, and there's a bit of an echo, but these ones are dry. Let's get it, hell yeah, brother. And if I talk out this way, the echo ain't too bad. Look at that view, y'all, look at that view. That is, well, pretty dang nice in my personal opinion. We're a little bit high up right now, definitely a little bit higher up than we were when we started this video. And man, that wind feels so nice. It feels so nice. The view this way is pretty solid as well. Man, oh man, no complaints on my behalf. I'm going to go ahead and get my tripod out of my backpack, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the sake out as well in just a moment. Just going to put that right there. Hopefully that works as a location for the camera for this video. I'm going to go ahead and close my backpack back up. And I'm going to grab my water bottle out, and I'm going to grab the sake out as well, which we can see has started condensating just a little bit. Real quick, I'm going to take a sip of water as I need one after climbing all those stairs, I'll acknowledge. Much better, much better. But what sake do I have with me today? What is going to be my first ever Okinawan sake? Well, in specific, what I have with me today is the Kikunotsuyu aged VIP Gold Cup Sake, which has an ABV of 12%, cost me roughly 300 yen, or around $2 USD, and was of course made in the prefecture of Okinawa, but not on the island of Okinawa, I will acknowledge, because it was made on a different island, although which one I don't remember off the top of my head. However, I did look up which island it was, and it's this one right here. It was Miyako-jima, M-I-Y-A-K-O-jima. That's the island where this sake was made, from what I can tell at least. From what I can tell at least. Do take what I say with a grain of salt, of course. But that is the sake I've got with me today. And it is, well, for all intents and purposes, an inexpensive cup sake that just so happens to be made in Okinawa, I will acknowledge. I did not spend a lot of money on the sake I have with me today. And while I'm not expecting bad things by any means, I'm not expecting this to be the most insane thing in the world. But I am hoping to enjoy it. I do suppose without further ado, I should probably go ahead and listen to the cicadas for a second. They are very loud, I'm not going to lie. And now that I've gone ahead and listened to the cicadas for a second, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick 360 of this cup, which we can see has some metallic elements to it. That's what it looks like on the front, and this is what it looks like as you're rotating it around. Overall, a pretty nice, solid look. Gold at the bottom, a little bit white at top, a little bit of like a water up here with some silver as well. Just has the name of the sake right there. I figure at least says VIP right there. Just says that it's made in like the Ryukyu Islands and whatnot. And on the other side just says the ABV percentage. Just says that this is actually alcohol right there. And then on the side it just says the brewery. And then right there it just talks about what is going on with this sake and everything like that. And while I did not translate that and memorize what it said before this video, I will go ahead and just use Google Translate to translate this text right here real quick. So let's go ahead and do that. What does that text on the back say? It says Kikunotsuyu Mizuwari Cup. Maybe that's like another name for this sake. 12%. Uses mineral-rich spring water that is naturally filtered through a natural filter in a layer of Ryukyu limestone that originates from a coral reef on Miyako Island. The hard water, which is ideal for brewing Awamori, which is another type of alcohol that actually originates from Okinawa and actually predates Soshu, believe it or not. Like, this is sake, but the brewery's main thing that they do is Awamori, which is pretty interesting. Now, I don't know if I can actually drink Awamori. I'm not trying it on this trip, but I'm going to have to look more into it in the future because I didn't even realize it existed until like a day or two ago, I'll acknowledge. But it just says that the hard water on the island, which is ideal for brewing Awamori, creates a crisp, refreshing taste. It can be served chilled or warm, and its rich aroma and elegant taste make it the perfect companion to any dish. That's what it says on the back right there. I did take a look at the website of the brewery that makes this sake, and they actually said that this is the perfect sake. They actually said that this is the perfect sake to drink if you want to have it outside. So if you want to drink outside, they said that this is the perfect sake. Pretty cool. And what am I doing today? I'm drinking outside. No complaints on my behalf, I will acknowledge. But I've covered the packaging. I do suppose without further ado, it's time to go ahead and get this all opened up. And it's time for me to go ahead and actually drink some Okinawan sake for the first time in a public park at 2:46 p.m. on a rainy day. So let's go ahead and get this plastic lid all off. Just like that. I think that's how you're just supposed to peel it up, right? Yeah, just like that. And then we've just got this piece right here as well. This is definitely a little bit of a different version of cup sake packaging than I'm used to. I'm kind of used to like just glass and stuff like that. This is not glass, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel it just like that and try not to go too ham on it by any means, so I spill it everywhere. Let's just be very careful with that, and there we go, just like that. I'm gonna go and put that in the side of my backpack, don't wanna be littering, and just taking a look inside the cup. Look at how clear that is. That is crazy clear. It looks just like water. Smelling it though, it definitely, oh my goodness. It is definitely not water. Whoa, that is pungent. In a positive way. What does this smell like? It reminds me of something, but I'm not sure what. It's giving me major deja vu right now. It's like a savory, slightly sweet smell. And I'm just thinking back on all the alcohol I've drank. I've had vodka, I've had whiskey, I've had bourbon. I've had a couple different sake. And I'm just thinking, what else have I had? What else have I drank that would smell like this? Oh, I know what this smells like. I know what this smells like. Oh my god, yes, I've had rum as well. And it almost reminds me of, I want to say, rum Barbancourt. Barbancourt rum. I want to say. Is that right? Is that right? I want to say Barbancourt. Yeah. Like a sort of savory, mildly sweet, almost fermented grass. Alright, so I'm going to have to say the closest thing I've smelled to this is not actually sake. It's not other sake. It's actually a rum, which is really interesting. Rum Barbancourt is the closest I've ever smelled to this sake right here, which is really odd, and I wouldn't expect that, but that's just what I'm thinking right now. At least I could be wrong, but that's just what's in my head right now. And then smell-wise, it's very much that of a savory, mildly sweet, like fermented rice, like not flavor because I haven't tasted it yet, but smell. It's like, yeah, savory, mildly sweet, fermented rice, like smell with a little bit of like slight bits of like earth, like very light earth, grass, all coming across a little bit more fermented than not kind of thing. And then under all of that, there's just the slightest bit of a like sweeter than not, like almost like citrusy, fruity sort of smell. And that's very much what the smell of this sake is. It's nothing crazy depth-wise. I've definitely smelled sake. I've smelled alcohol in general that smells, or that the smell of it has a lot more depth. But the smell of this one is really intriguing just because it's so different than any sake I've ever smelled before. Very interesting. Very interesting. I do think without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and take a sip, and I'm going to go ahead and, well, actually get to drinking some Okinawan sake for the first time at 2 p.m. on a rainy day at a public park. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying, Hold up. Oh my god. Wow. Holy crap. This literally tastes like hard water, but with alcohol in it. I mean, like, they weren't lying when they said they made this with hard water. This is made with hard water. Like, I can taste the difference personally between, like, soft water and hard water. Personally, I prefer, when I'm drinking something, a mildly hard water. It's just my personal preference. Soft water just tastes like soda to me, and while I like soda, I don't want it all the time, and that's what soft water tastes to me like, I will acknowledge. Like, mildly hard water is, like, perfect. Like, that's what I like. It's, like, crisp, cool, fresh. I like that. And that's kind of what this is giving me. I ain't never had a sake like this one. Like, most of the sakes I've drank have been probably, I mean, like, they haven't been, like, super soft, but, like, it's, like, medium to, like, slightly below medium softness, I'd say. But this is, like, genuinely, like, hard water. Like, this is hard sake. Not using hard as a descriptor of whether something is alcoholic or not, but, like, this is made with hard water. What? That's so funky. And yeah, the smell of it, I think really the right way of describing the smell from this sake really is that it's funky, frankly put. It's really got a funk to it. That's my take. Now, taste-wise, overall, this sake is very mild. It's extremely mild. Honestly, the most upfront flavor there is water, which is something I don't think I've ever said when drinking an alcoholic beverage before. I don't think I've ever said that the most upfront flavor of an alcoholic beverage I've had is water, but that's exactly what I'm getting from this sake. What? Oh my goodness. Wow. That's really weird. Yeah, I'd have to say the top flavor, the top layer of the taste of this sake is genuinely that of hard water. That's the most upfront flavor from this sake. Hard water. And then under that, you get like a little bit of like a very mild, savory, like almost unsweet, like rice, like slightly grassy flavor, and just like a slight bit of funkiness in general. And then under that, you get like an extremely mild, slightly sweet flavor of like a little bit of citrusiness, and I'd have to say like a little bit of pear. And then you get just the tiniest bit of spice at the very bottom. This has got to be one of the smoothest sakes I've ever drank. And I mean, like, this stuff is lukewarm. Well, okay. I would say it's cold right now. It's not lukewarm. I had it in the fridge, but I did walk like 30 minutes here, stopping every once in a while along the way. So I would definitely say that it's not cold anymore, but it certainly ain't warm either. It's like luke cold. It's like slightly colder than room temperature, probably. Most sake I've drank gets like ridiculously like rough when it's warm at like room temperature when compared to when it's like cold right out of the fridge. This sake on there doesn't seem to really be doing that, from what I can tell at least. That last sip I took, was definitely a little bit rougher, but it might just be because I'm getting towards the bottom of the sake. Only 200 milliliters, not a crazy amount in this cup by any means, but wow, I'm impressed. And there are just a lot of look at all these dragonflies over here, y'all. There's so many dragonflies. That's crazy. Dang. Wild. I gotta grab myself a thumbnail for the video though, so I think before I drink anymore, I am gonna do just that over here next to this very pretty view. Alright, though. Hopefully one of those will do. We will find out. But, sometimes when I'm drinking, what I'm drinking doesn't really hit me very well until I stand up. And that's exactly what has just happened. I was, like, feeling, like, pretty good from the alcohol when I was sitting down, but then standing up and kind of walking around for a moment, I am definitely buzzed right now. That 12% got me good. This is only 200 milliliters. I'm probably about, like, a little bit under 2/3 of the way through, if I had to guess. Like, that's how much I have left. But, it got me, that 12% got me good. I'm not gonna lie. No complaints on my behalf. Wow. That's crazy, though. I cannot believe literally the top flavor of this sake is genuinely hard water. That's so wild. That's so wild. One of the most unique sake I've ever had, and honestly, this is a very unique, just alcoholic beverage in general, I'll acknowledge. view I'm looking at is just gorgeous. I'm looking this way and I'm like, man, we got the trees all over there. We got the dragonflies flying around this apartment building right in front of me. I'm like, man, this is nice. Some benches down there as well. Some street lamps, a little bit of a baseball field. And then we look the other way and, oh man, it's just the entire city skyline right there. Man, that's a good view. This, I gotta admit, this is a 4 out of 4 spot to day drink in a public park. And these little tiny stone benches, these are 4 out of 4 benches right here. Good breeze, got a cover from the elements, got amazing views. Man, it's like nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. Like the flavor is nothing insane. And I can definitely say this sake right here is not going to be for everyone. It's not really sweet. It's much more savory and just water-like than not. Like if you're a water appreciator, like myself, I do appreciate water quite a bit. But if you're a water appreciator, I think you're gonna like this sake, frankly put. But if you are not the biggest fan of water and you like sweeter drinks than not, this sake will not be for you. I can say that without a doubt. It's literally 12% alcohol water with slightly more flavor than water. That's just what it is. But it tastes like water. I'm not gonna I don't say that about alcohol much. I don't say, man, this stuff goes down like water all that much, but this stuff almost does. It's very close to going down like water. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. There's just a little bit more resistance from the alcohol. Wow. Wow. I do like my sake, and I gotta admit, this has been one of the most unique sakes I have ever tried. Wow, and that funk came all the way through. Dang. Wow. Overall, not the best sake I've had quality-wise. Not the most insane sake with an insane depth of flavor. But overall, one of the most unique sake I've ever tried. Very glad to have tried Okinawan sake for the first time. Of course, since this is my first experience, I don't know if Okinawan sake as a whole is like this one right here. I have no idea whether Okinawan sake is any similar to the one I drank today. But what I do know is that I enjoyed the one I had today, and I do know that I enjoyed this experience. What is the overall rating I would give this sake? I'd have to say probably a very solid, I'm thinking, I'm going to have to say a very solid 3.5 out of 4. Absolutely something I would buy again. Absolutely something that would go insanely well with just about any food. And absolutely something I would drink in a public park at 2 p.m. on a mildly not-so-rainy day anymore. Man, those cicadas are so loud, though. It's crazy. They're so loud, like so much louder than cicadas are, like where I live in the United States. But, yeah, I think that's just about all I had to say for this video today. I'm quite buzzed. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day, and I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's as well. Appreciate y'all watching this video today. Let me know what you guys think of Okinawan sake. If you guys have ever tried it before, if you guys have tried Okinawan sake, let me know which variety you guys tried and recommend some to me. Appreciate y'all watching today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed watching this video. And check out my Instagram, my book, my merch, and everything like that as well. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. To the next one, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?